Welcome everybody to yet another coffee time with Hako, the show where I have my morning coffee and an app off into the void. Well met, peeps. Today I have some exciting hacking news. Ya boy got into the creator servers for the 2.0 patch, which means that I should be on it right now and like researching Yishuan, but I might have played Ellen kinda non-stop to test out her new kit and like learn every ins and out of it. And boy do I have some good goddamn news. She is awesome. The Ellen rework is fucking great. Now, new Ellen, I'd say probably has one of the highest skill ceilings in the entire game. There is so much depth to her new kit, and I actually love it. But not only is she fun, she also feels strong as all hell. Now, this new Ellen feels like a completely new beast to the old Ellen. And sadly, what you're seeing right now is like footage from the live servers, like this is my own personal Ellen. So, no fancy buffs because I'm not allowed to like show that yet. We're still under NDA to like show anything from the creator servers. But just give it a few more days and I'll give you like full showcase of it and you can see it for yourselves. But as of right now, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. And now my most recent video is a video where I talk about that I think that her best in slot disc set after the buffs is gonna be a 4-piece polar. Now, I think that might have been the case up until a change that was not announced prior to this. Now, on the live servers, her like charged scissor strike and her flash freeze trimming, they all gain 100% crit damage. One part of the buff is that her icy blade that she's getting from the Lost Void and her like dive down from the sky and also her ult was also gonna be benefiting of this, which is great. But there is an additional thing benefiting of it now. They've also added in her chain attacks. And now, if you looked at Ellen's damage modifiers, you will know that her chain attack is like one of the most heavy-hitting, if not the most heavy-hitting chain attack in the entire game. This absolute monster of an attack has received 100+ crit damage, which is insane. So my point in the previous video where I thought, polar metal is gonna be the shit, well, scratch that, it's not the shit anymore. Although I've done extensive testing with both polar metal and woodpecker, and it is close. It is hecking close, but there is an edge to woodpecker. But now we simply have too much stuff like benefiting of this extra crit damage. It's better to go with a set that benefits all of those. Our EA specials, our chain attacks, our ultimates, etc. Like I said, they are still close, so if you have a very good polar set, don't feel the need to go switch it out. Now there are some very good things with polar metal, and like Ellen being able to like use it as the only ice character in the team has become more viable because the crash down from the sky and the icy blade does have quite a nice ice build up on them. And I'm being able to keep a much higher like uptime on the buff even if Ellen is the only ice character on the team. Now a big question people had and that I also had and it was one of the first things I checked when I pop onto the credit server is did they change the mindscapes? And currently no. Currently the mindscapes are the same. I don't know if they're planning to change them before release. Maybe, but currently they are just as we have them on the live servers, if anybody was wondering. And in terms of strength, I'm getting almost like Hugo numbers in the Deadly Assault with Ellen. If I remember my Hugo testing correctly, at M0 I managed to get 48,000 on the Marionette. With M0 Ellen, with that full M0 squad, I get 45,000. So currently I do feel like she is almost Hugo level, which is, kind of insane to see. But in my opinion, so much more fun, and like so much more depth, and you can do so much more crazy stuff. Icy Blade from All Zero, it feels awesome. Like the buffs, they feel so freaking great. Like, the glow up she gets when you take her into the Lost Void? Well, she feels even better now on live. It's just a very, very, like, fun playstyle, and, like, you have an answer to everything now. And even at M0, you're able to, like, fully stack your frost charges, like, this quick, if you're just a little bit experienced and, like, good at, like, reading the boss and know what attack is coming. And being able to charge your scissor strike and, like, parry with that, and if we parry, we do it immediately, is a game changer. So many of Ellen's attacks now can also like be animation cancelled. Once she starts like loading up the Icy Blade, you can switch out another character and she will still see it through. Same thing when she goes up into the air. She's like Vivian, you switch character and she will finish it out on her own if you have something else to do on another character. And currently on test servers, I've only tried it out at M0 because I don't feel like I'm done with the showcasing and testing of her at M0. Also, if there comes any changes, I want her base kit so it's more applicable to like all of you. But overall, she feels absolutely freaking amazing. Her big issues before the M0 was that she had like kind of a horrible time like getting her stacks. It was very time consuming and it felt kind of clunky, something that M1 fixed. Now she doesn't feel clunky, she feels amazing even at M0. Although I will imagine that at M1 and M2, you know, she's gonna feel even like more amazing. And overall, I'd say well heckin' done to the dev team. New Ellen feels absolutely amazing. She is so much more fun to play, and you know, I don't want to go back, and I don't imagine anybody else will. And them also including the chain attack in the 100% crit damage buff is huge. Now in a stun window, if we can get 2 chain attacks off and 1 ultimate, dude, that is so much goddamn damage. So yeah, everybody, I just wanted to share the good news with everyone before I go back to testing. The rework so far is absolutely great, and I'm sure there are like some tricks that I've yet to discover. But once again, remember, my experience and my impressions come from testing her out on the creator beta servers, so there is a chance that changes might apply before she hit live. And compared to old M0 Ellen, I'd said this new Ellen is around 50% stronger and 300% more fun to play. So everybody, let me know your thoughts down below. And also guys, remember, Ellen is a high schooler, and anything inappropriate will earn you a quick ban off the channel. I'm just saying. Also, I think today I'll have a very cool addition with a little bit of a bite to the merch store. Alright everybody, until next time, Hako out.
Oh, I wish that you could just take it easy.